There comes a moment in life when you look around and realize something important. Time is moving whether you're prepared or not. Life does not slow down for anyone. Opportunities won't wait for you to get ready. The world isn't stopping to ask you if you feel confident, if you feel qualified, or if you feel motivated. That's why there are certain skills you must learn before it's too late. Skills that will shape your future, determine your success, and influence the direction of your entire life. The first is the skill of self-leadership. If you can't lead yourself, nothing else in your life will follow the right path. Every dream you have requires a disciplined version of you. Every goal you want requires a focused, consistent version of you. You can pray for success, you can desire success, you can even work for success, but without the discipline to govern your decisions, your days, your actions, and your habits, you will always fall short. Self-leadership is not about controlling everything. It's about controlling yourself, especially when no one is watching. The second is the skill of unshakable focus. Most people are not failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they are distracted. A distracted mind cannot build a powerful life. You must learn to protect your focus the way a warrior protects his weapon. Your attention is your most valuable asset. The world will continuously try to steal it through entertainment, through noise, through negativity, through comparison. But when you lock your mind on a mission, when you refuse to be pulled into chaos, you gain a power most people never experience. Greatness requires attention. Destiny requires concentration. The third is the skill of financial intelligence. We live in a world where money is always moving. Either you learn how it moves or you get moved by it. If you don't understand how to earn it, how to keep it, how to multiply it, and how to make it work for you, you will spend your entire life working harder but never getting ahead. Financial intelligence is not about becoming rich. It's about becoming responsible, becoming aware, and becoming intentional with your resources. Money respects direction. It does not respect confusion. The next skill you must develop is effective communication. Your voice is a tool, and if you learn to master it, you can change your entire life. Opportunities often come through conversations. Doors open when you know how to speak with confidence, clarity, and courage. You don't need perfect grammar. You need conviction. You need the ability to express your ideas in a way that influences people, inspires action, and commands respect. When you learn how to communicate well, you gain a power that no one can take from you. Another skill you must develop before it's too late is adaptability. The world is changing fast. Technology is changing. Careers are changing. Expectations are changing. Those who refuse to grow get left behind. Adaptability is not weakness, it is wisdom. It means you understand the season you're in and you adjust your approach so that you don't get stuck in yesterday while trying to build tomorrow. Life rewards those who evolve. And finally, the skill of deep relationship building. Success is not a solo sport. The right relationships, the right mentors, the right partners, the right environment, these things can accelerate your life faster than anything else. But relationships require intentionality. They require authenticity. They require you to invest, to listen, to serve, and to connect with people on a meaningful level. Opportunities flow through people. If you learn how to build strong, genuine relationships, you position yourself for breakthroughs you could never create alone. These 5 skills, self-leadership, focus, financial intelligence, communication, adaptability, and relationship building, are not optional. They are essential because life is not waiting. The clock is ticking. The future is approaching. And if you want to step into that future with strength, clarity, and confidence, you must start developing these skills today. The skill of self-leadership is the foundation of every breakthrough you will ever experience in your life. Before you can command success, you must first command yourself. Most people want results without responsibility, elevation without discipline, and recognition without mastery. But life doesn't work that way. Self-leadership is the quiet work you do behind closed doors that determines how loud your success will be in the future. It's the decision to wake up when you feel like sleeping in. It's the choice to stay committed when your emotions try to negotiate. It's the ability to correct yourself, redirect yourself, and hold yourself accountable even when no one else is paying attention. Self-leadership is you telling your mind where to go instead of letting your feelings control the direction of your life. It's understanding that your habits are shaping your future long before you see the results. It's choosing to be consistent, not because it feels good, but because it is necessary. When you learn to lead yourself, you stop being reactive and start becoming intentional. You stop living by chance and start living by design. And the truth is this: no mentor, no opportunity, no strategy can compensate for the absence of self-leadership. Without it, every advantage you gain will eventually be lost. With it, even small opportunities can turn into extraordinary success. Because once you master yourself, your thoughts, your discipline, your decisions, you become unstoppable. You become someone who doesn't wait for motivation, someone who doesn't rely on external validation, someone who decides the direction of their life with clarity and conviction. Self-leadership is the engine of transformation. When you develop it, everything else in your life begins to rise to its proper level. The skill of unshakable focus is what separates people who start strong from people who finish strong. In a world full of noise, distractions, and constant demands on your attention, focus becomes your greatest competitive advantage. Most people don't fail because they don't have talent or potential. They fail because their attention is scattered. Their mind jumps from one thing to another, chasing every notification, every opinion, every new idea, and they never stay with anything long enough to master it. Unshakable focus means you decide what matters and you guard it with your life. It's the ability to zone in on a mission and refuse to let anything pull you away from it. It's turning off the noise so you can turn up your results. It's choosing purpose over pleasure, clarity over confusion, and direction over distraction. When you have focus, you don't waste time impressing people who don't matter or chasing activities that don't move your life forward. You learn to say no to everything that doesn't align with your vision, because every no protects the power of your yes. This kind of focus requires intention. It requires you to know what you want, why you want it, and what you're willing to give up to get it. It's not just concentration, it's commitment. It's you telling the world, I'm not available for nonsense. I'm not available for excuses. I'm not available for anything that slows down my destiny. When your focus becomes unshakable, your productivity increases, your confidence grows, and your progress becomes predictable. Greatness doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things with full intensity. When you develop unshakable focus, you stop being pulled by distractions and start being driven by purpose. You stop surviving the day and start building your future. Because focus is not just a skill, it is a superpower. It turns goals into realities and intentions into achievements. The skill of financial intelligence is one of the most important abilities you can develop. Because in the real world, money is not emotional, it's mathematical. It responds to principles, not feelings. Most people spend their entire lives working for money, stressing over it, chasing it, and worrying about it, simply because they were never taught how it actually works. Financial intelligence flips that script. It puts you in control. It allows you to direct your money instead of being dictated by your circumstances. Financial intelligence begins with understanding the basics: how to earn, how to spend responsibly, how to save strategically, and how to invest intentionally. But it doesn't stop there. It requires you to shift your mindset from consumer to creator, from spender to steward, from survival to growth. It teaches you to look beyond price tags and see value. It trains you to stop asking, how much does this cost? And start asking, what does this produce? When you become financially intelligent, you stop depending on one source of income and start building multiple. You stop chasing quick wins and start pursuing long-term wealth. You stop wasting money on temporary comfort and start investing in permanent elevation. You begin to understand that money is not just something you use, it's something you multiply. The truth is, financial intelligence has nothing to do with how much you currently earn. It begins with what you do with what you already have. It starts with discipline, planning, and awareness. Once you learn the principles of money, how it flows, how it grows, how it responds, you start making decisions that build your future instead of breaking it. Financial intelligence is power. It gives you freedom of choice, freedom of time, and freedom of direction. It protects you from panic, prepares you for opportunity, and positions you for abundance. Without it, you work for money your entire life. With it, money eventually works for you. The skill of effective communication is one of the most powerful tools you will ever develop because your voice can take you places your qualifications can't. You can have the greatest ideas in the world, but if you can't express them clearly, confidently, and convincingly, those ideas will stay locked inside you. Communication is not just talking, it is connection. It is influence. It is the ability to move people with your words, shift perspectives, and inspire action. Effective communication starts with clarity. When you speak, people should understand not only what you said, but what you meant. It requires you to choose your words with intention, to speak from a place of conviction, and to eliminate the filler, the fluff, and the uncertainty. People follow voices that sound like they know where they're going. But true communication goes beyond speaking. It includes listening. When you listen deeply, you understand people's needs, fears, and expectations. You communicate more effectively because your words are shaped by understanding. You connect at a level others overlook. Confidence is also a crucial part of communication, not because you need to be perfect, but because people can feel the strength behind your words. When you speak with certainty, you attract attention. When you speak with authenticity, you earn trust. When you speak with purpose, you create impact. And the truth is, communication is a multiplier of opportunity. It enhances your relationships, accelerates your career, strengthens your leadership, and increases your influence. Doors open for people who can speak well. Opportunities appear for people who can present ideas with clarity. Respect grows for those who express themselves with confidence and emotional intelligence. Effective communication is not merely a skill, it's a strategy for elevation. When you learn to master your voice, you learn to master your future. The skill of adaptability is the difference between people who survive change and people who thrive because of it. Life is constantly shifting. New technology, new challenges, new expectations, new environments. And if you don't learn how to adjust, you will get stuck in a version of yourself that no longer matches the demands of your future. Adaptability is the ability to recognize when a season has changed and respond with wisdom instead of resistance. It's understanding that growth requires movement and progress requires flexibility. Being adaptable doesn't mean you abandon your principles. It means you adjust your strategies. It means you can reinterpret setbacks, shift your perspective, and find solutions when the path changes. Adaptability allows you to move forward, even when the plan you started with no longer works. It helps you let go of what's comfortable so you can step into what's necessary. Most people stay stuck because they cling to old ways of thinking, old habits, old environments, or old identities that no longer serve their future. Adaptability frees you from that prison. When you are adaptable, problems become possibilities, challenges become training, unexpected changes become opportunities for elevation instead of excuses for retreat. You start responding to life with creativity instead of panic. You learn how to adjust your pace without losing your purpose, how to shift your strategy without abandoning your standard, and how to evolve without losing your identity. Adaptability makes you unstoppable because nothing can surprise you into quitting. You become someone who is prepared for uncertainty, someone who can walk through change with confidence, someone who understands that every new environment requires a new version of you. When you master adaptability, you don't get left behind by change, you rise above it. The skill of deep relationship building is one of the greatest accelerators of success because no matter how talented you are, your destiny is connected to people. Opportunities flow through conversations, connections, and collaborations. The right relationship can take you further in 1 year than your effort could in 10. But to build powerful relationships, you must understand that genuine connection is not built on convenience. It is built on consistency, authenticity, and value. Deep relationship building begins with the decision to care about people beyond what they can do for you. It means showing up with integrity, keeping your word, listening with intention, and being someone others can trust. People remember how you made them feel long before they remember your achievements. Every interaction is a chance to plant a seed of respect, of kindness, of loyalty that may grow into something extraordinary in the future. Strong relationships are built through contribution. When you add value to someone's life, you build a bridge that can lead to opportunities, mentorship, support, and partnership. It might be a word of encouragement, a solution to a problem, a connection they needed, or simply being reliable when others aren't. Value is the currency of strong relationships, and those who give it freely receive it multiplied. Deep relationship building is also about alignment. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your future, and not everyone has the character to match your vision. You must be discerning. Protect your energy. Choose to invest in people who inspire your growth, challenge your limits, and elevate your thinking. The right environment can turn potential into power, and the right people can turn ideas into reality. And the beauty of strong relationships is this: they make the journey easier. Success becomes lighter when you're surrounded by people who believe in you, stretch you, and push you forward. Deep relationships turn loneliness into collaboration, frustration into strategy, and obstacles into shared victories. When you master the skill of relationship building, you never rise alone, and you never fall without support. You position yourself in networks of trust, circles of wisdom, and environments of growth that consistently open doors you could never unlock by yourself. In the end, life rewards those who take responsibility for who they are becoming. These 5 skills are not just abilities, they are survival tools for the future, foundations for success, and catalysts for transformation. When you learn to lead yourself, you stop waiting for circumstances to change and start creating the change. When you develop unshakable focus, you eliminate the noise and elevate your results. When you grow in financial intelligence, you take control of your resources and your direction. When you master communication, you gain influence that can open doors no one else could open for you. And when you build deep relationships and stay adaptable, you position yourself to rise no matter how the world shifts around you. The truth is, nothing changes until you change. Nothing improves until you improve. Your future is not determined by luck or chance. It's determined by the skills you are willing to master today. So don't wait. Don't delay. Don't assume you have unlimited time. Start now. Build now. Grow now. Because the person you become will shape the life you live. And the sooner you embrace these skills, the sooner you step into a future you're proud of, before it's too late.